You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. In Iowa, more than 5,000 people have signed a petition calling for Sioux City police officer Thad Boyer's removal from duty. The petition cites Boyer's history of repeated use of force incidents. Video of the aggressive officer pointing a taser and pinning a black customer to a table at a Perkins restaurant began circulating on social media last month. Watch this.
The manager said she wants you out.
Look at
If
12.
you don't leave right now, you're going to jail. I'm leaving.
He ain't do nothing wrong, though.
Hey, record him.
He sure didn't.
He ain't do nothing wrong.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. This is crazy. This is crazy. You're under arrest.
He ain't do nothing wrong.
What am I under arrest for?
He was
Don't take my suit.
leaving.
Don't
He was
take
leaving.
Don't shoot me. Don't.
He leaving.
Yeah. Shoot me right there. You are.
Hey, put that
He ain't do
taser
nothing
down.
wrong.
Put that taser down. He ain't done nothing to you. Hey, put that taser down. He ain't done nothing to you. Man, fuck all that. He ain't done nothing to you. Put that taser down.
Oh my God, bro.
Put that taser down. Hey, put that taser down. He ain't done nothing to you.
He ain't do nothing
He ain't done nothing to you. Hey, put your fucking taser down. Hey, put your taser down.
You can have it, bro.
Hey, put your taser down. Hold on, move. Put the cuffs on him.
And I want y'all to roll the video again. You're going to see where the officer tells him to get up and leave. Again, watch his, he's complying. Watch the beginning again.
The manager said she wants you out.
Look at
If you
12.
don't leave right now, you're going to jail. I'm leaving.
He ain't do nothing wrong, though.
Record him.
He sure
He
didn't.
ain't do nothing wrong.
I'm leaving.
29-year-old John Wright is charged with trespassing, interference with official acts, and failure to comply with orders of a police officer. However, police are investigating the incident, and Boyer's actions are also under review. Okay, Avis, the dude is literally walking away, about to put his jacket on. Cops decide, oh, I'm just going to grab you and forcibly remove you.
So this is what happens when you have an entire police ecosystem that is fueled with anti-Black hate, aggression, predisposition to violence. Because that young man was just trying to leave. He was trying to comply. You know, this is why I really get annoyed with people who go around, and I understand that there is a need maybe for some of this, but I really get annoyed with people who go around, trying to educate Black people that the answer is to comply. He was trying to comply. The answer is to stop having policemen who are out here terrorizing Black people. And as we've said a gazillion times on this show, there was an FBI report over a decade ago that talked about the fact that police departments across the country had been infused with white supremacists, and nothing has been done to root them out. You cannot make me believe that a lot of what we're seeing right now is a white supremacist wet dream. This is exactly what they want. They want to have the power to use violent activity all the way up to beatings and deaths against Black people and not have to have any consequences associated with it. And what better way to do that than to don a police uniform and get protected by the blue wall of silence that covers up your activities, that lies on police reports, that have prosecutors who don't want to prosecute, who have judges who look the other way, who have an entire system that says this sort of behavior is okay. But if there's one thing that made me feel good about that video, it was the fact that Black people in that restaurant said, hell to the no, not today. Put that taser down. He hasn't done a damn thing to you. And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to stand up for each other in the moment and not just lament the aftermath after one of our brothers or sisters have been victimized by police violence.
Look at the charges here, Makongo. Interference with official acts, failure to comply with orders of a police officer. This is how they try to target us. This is what they do right here.
This is what on a regular basis, and even when you brought up the case of Laquan McDonald with that officer, they come up, they put themselves in the line of some form of harm, and then justify any of their actions. And even sometimes when we see these issues where an officer, where other officers aren't looking, they'll say, oh, this person is resisting, or this person has a gun and there's nothing there, and they use it as an opportunity to open fire. These guys are liars, and if I'm correct, I believe Boyer was fired or heavily disciplined back in 2012, 2013, but again, back on the force again. And so these officers, they see this as an opportunity to really feel like they can get away with anything. And if you look at his record, they always put us on trial. When we're killed, when we're arrested for everything, they always put us on trial, put the victims on trial. But if you look at this man's record, this man's history of complaints, again, another officer who had no business still being on the force. And as it was just said, I'm so proud of our people for taking a stand. You know, back in the day, some people, you know, when I was a kid growing up, when the cops came, you know, a lot of us would just scatter because we didn't want to be engaged, we didn't want to be involved in some way, shape, or form. But too many of us of all ages have had enough, and they said, we're going to document this, we're going to show it, because we can't trust you to tell the truth.
Folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Racial injustice is a scourge on this nation, and the Black community has felt it for generations. We have an obligation to do something about it. Whether it's canceling student debt, increasing the minimum wage, or investing in Black-owned businesses, the Black community deserves so much better. I'm Nina Turner, and I'm running for Congress to do something about it.